Welcome, Trans Talk 2024. I'm Zane Schmoll.
Vickers van der Walt.
He is the race founder. If you don't know, this is a podcast show on the Trans Baviaans 24-hour mountain bike marathon. We are in the EcoBahn shed, I want to call it. You might hear some background noises. We're joined by Obut, who has a set of stories himself. And we in the warehouse of EcoBahn. There's a lot of event gear behind us. We've added some more color into the shed, and we've got our Trans Baviaans route profile and map of the 230 kilometer course of the mountain bike race behind us. The aim of this talk show or podcast or video series, whatever you want to call it, looks very awfully professional at the moment, because we're not professional. We're just going to give you some content to get to know the race, first of all, to understand the history of the last 20 years, and then secondly, and most importantly, to prepare you as the Trans Baviaans race entrant into the 2024 race to get ready for this task of riding 230 kilometers through the Baviaans Kloof. Vickers, it's come a long way, this Trans Talk concept. Rookie and Ace, how did that come about?
Yes, over the years, especially the early years, we had a lot of requests, questions via email, via phone calls, and every year we found a repeat of the same questions. So at one point we decided we're going to address it by taking the questions and make a little video clip of it to get the message across.
Yeah, and those Rookie and Ace, there's some nuggets in there for viewers in our YouTube. If you scroll back in our YouTube history, you'll find these little comedy clips, I would call them, rather than tips. But there's some history there. Go and have a look if you're interested. But hopefully we'll address some of those questions in those tips and that sort of thing in the episodes to come in this series. And then also, like, we started that in 2015, we said, I think. 2015, 2016, around there.
Yeah.
And then we started the Trans Talk road shows from 2016. We did 2 or 3 shows in the country. 2017 was the first official tour.
Yeah, I think so, if I recall correctly. But of course, COVID put a stop to it. I think in the COVID year, 2020, we started with one Trans Talk up in Centurion.
That's correct.
But then lockdown happened and everything was shut down.
Yeah. Yeah, and we subsequently, since then, went into various forms of this talk show. And what we're going to try and do this year for you guys is to make it, well, bring the history and just extend the program with more relative info. Hopefully get more guest speakers on this talk to talk about what they do to prep for Trans Baviaans as well. So yeah, join us on this journey. But firstly, what we want to try and do also, and what we'll do with every new person that comes onto the show, is to ask 10 quick questions to maybe give a bit of an insight about the person sitting in the other chair. For now, for this purpose, I'll do it with Vickers. Vickers will do it later with me, probably in a future episode. But Vickers, are you ready for these 10 questions?
Yes, go for it.
Cool. Wake up time.
6 o'clock.
First thing you eat or drink.
Coffee.
Salt or sugar.
Salt.
Tire pressure by hand or by measurement tool.
By hand.
Shimano or SRAM.
Shimano.
Gravel bike.
No.
Run.
No.
Beer or wine.
None.
Dog or cat.
Both, but I prefer snakes.
Gloves or bare hands.
Normally gloves, because when I take them off, I fall.
Cool. Hopefully that give you a bit of insight of Vickers.
Luckily, you didn't ask the age.
Yeah, cool. All right, and we will also be planning like we said, the Trans Talk road shows that we've done in the past. We'll plan 1 or 2 this year as well, where we'll hopefully go to the city centres and talk to you guys in a live format. I know those are normally more of a social than anything else, but we'll try and get those going as well before Trans Baviaans in August this year. What we also want to try and encourage from every single one viewing you of this show this season is to get you to engage with us and tell us your stories. We'll have a specific episode of where we'll tell stories about our experiences of Trans Baviaans, the stories we've heard from riders, but also we want you to write to us, email, put it in the comments below, whatever is easiest for you to tell us about your stories over the last 20 years. It might be just a single story. It might be multiple stories of your experience. And then also a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of a competition. Vic has found quite an old shirt in the warehouse now this morning that he put on. That's still one of the very first Trans Baviaans logos on there.
Original.
And we want you guys to send us photos of the oldest piece of memorabilia you have of Trans Baviaans. If you've got an old t-shirt, old riding kit, or a sticker, or whatever it may be, maybe you still have the bike you did the race in 24 with. I don't know. Anything. Send us some memorabilia and we'll put it out and get some nice content from you guys about what the race has been about for the last 20 years.
Yes.
I think that's the intro episode, giving you an idea of what to expect from the Trans Talks, and we'll dive into the episodes soon. Thanks for joining. See you.